Okay, folks, so you're here because you want to play the Rage of Mages 2, also known as Allods 2. Yeah, so for that, you want to play on the online server, basically. You can totally download the single player and play that, but you probably wanted something a bit more than that, and this offers that. So you want to download the client of the game, and that should be enough for the basic kind of experience. That doesn't do a lot though. So you want to more. You want to get more. You want to get the direct draw proper. Probably. I don't really use it, but on my other laptop, it's helpful. It solves a lot of issues. You want to download the font effects to see the Russian symbols, because this game is really popular in Russia, and there's a lot of Russian people playing. This is music for the client. I got this. I love the music of the game. You also want to download this guide, because what it does is basically what it says. But well, you wanna see the 5-level monsters. They are not just highlighted in a vanilla version of the game. They look just like 4-level monsters. The difference between 5 and 4 is insane. Is completely insane. You wanna know when it's a 5-level monster. Once you see it, you normally wanna run away unless you know what you do. Unless you really know what you do. They will kill you. Okay, and well, to be fair, they only you can only encounter them on the horror difficulty maps, to which you don't wanna go right away. You will not be able to. So that's that. You download all this stuff. Also, sorry, you need to download the maps. I mean, you don't need to. The client is smart enough to download the maps if you don't have them, but it will take the client a lot longer than you to download them. Also, pay attention. This is an old game, so it doesn't really perform like a AAA game. It's fine. It's playable. It's totally playable. It's not even annoying, but it has some issues. So you wanna keep that in mind before giving. Yeah. I download everything here. Oops. I download everything here, and I basically you install everything except this guy. This is our 5-level mod, basically. This exe installer doesn't open on 64-bit Windows. So what you want to do is you want to download and install 7-zip. If you don't have it yet, it's strange. You should have it. Open it and then go to TMP and just extract all of this into your client folder, placing everything. I wanna demonstrate what it does just really quickly. You want to go to info window and just take a look at the mobs. So the yellow color, the yellow mobs, all the yellow mobs, all of them are the 5th level mobs, including this skeleton. No, the skeleton is green. It's supposed to be green. Anyway, most of them are just yellowed. Yeah, this squirrel, not that squirrel. The bright yellow squirrel. Yep, and yeah. The exception is basically the unliving stuff. It's gonna be just green, I think. Don't really remember. Anyway, at that point you will know. Yeah, what else do we need to do? We need to set the compatibility level with the XP. Basically, I don't do it, but it's recommended to do so. It's fine. It's working for me on this hardware. It didn't work for me on the other laptop, so I had to do that there. Also, you installed the direct draw, this library, and you extracted it from that zip, from this zip to the game folder. And with that, you have this config file. I normally change it so that it looks like this. and it actually makes it a lot better on my older machine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't do anything on my on this 1050 laptop, the NVIDIA 1050. Yeah. Anyway, so after you configured the direct draw, you actually, well, you obviously extracted all the maps and all the music. You extract the maps into here. You extract the music into here, and it works. So the next thing you want to do is change the resolution of your game. This is done here as a launch parameter. I have 1920 by 1080, so that's what I set. Once you set it, you actually, and you may have noticed that I use two clients. Yeah, once you play enough, you realize that you need two clients. I'll tell about that later. But yeah, you can start with one. So when you start it, you want to go to the website and get your get one account for yourself. So how it's done on the web, you basically create one account for all your game accounts, and you can have a bunch of game accounts. Yeah. So you basically create two accounts. You create a site account, a web account, and then inside that you create a game account. So this is a game account, game password, and also you can choose. By default, it's classic PvP. You don't want to play on a PvP server. It will not matter in the beginning, but then after that you will be killed and you will lose all your items. That's unpleasant. You want to start at playing PvE. It's fun. I don't enjoy PvP either way, so I only play on PvE. Yeah, so you want to start playing, and you get this. You will not get any characters, obviously. You will have to create a new one. So when you create a new character, you normally want to start playing as a mage. It's a classic way of playing. Mages are quicker to develop skills, and they basically in a classical way you start as a mage, you earn money and you buy items for a future warrior, then you create a warrior, pass the items to the warrior, and you fight better. So this doesn't matter really. You can start with a default flyer. What matters is the stats. The stats should be at the 34 level, all of them. I mean, you don't have to do this, but the thing is, you will be able to. There is a cap for each stat, and I think, yeah, each stat has its cap, its base cap, and the game has special, quite expensive potions. They drop from certain mobs, so when you drink a potion, it will permanently increase your stat. So basically, you wanna make sure that you need as few of those expensive potions as possible, because you will get them. But in this way, you will need the least of them, the least number of potions. So that's the classical way of starting this game. Although, yeah, you feel free to do whatever you want. It's just my advice. Once you start, okay, it locked me out. Because why? Because it's a tricky client. It was disassembled and reassembled a few times. People do lots of crazy stuff with it, so I have to be quick here. I just recreate my mage. Female this time. Whatever. I'm not gonna change stats for the sake of the time. And as you can see, I only have these at the easy level available for me. SC is softcore, so it means what softcore basically means is that when you die, you don't lose the items that you found or earned. I don't have any items. I only have 1,000 of gold by default. So softcore means when I die, I don't lose the items. They remain in my inventory. as you can see, by default I have fire skill 20 and astral 10. If I die, I lose. I may lose a certain percentage of my XP. Basically, XP represents the skills too. So when I lose a percentage of XP, I lose the skills too. The skills determine my damage, and the other things like the distance and yeah, different things. Okay, I need to find an enemy that will kill me. Actually, I don't need to. I can just do this. Yeah, so as you can see, I died, but I didn't respawn. It says press space to continue the game. If I press space at this point, I will lose some of the experience that I have. If I don't, if I just close the client using Alt F4 or just escape and then quest, I guess, then I will save the experience. Well, I will press space now. There, as you can see, I now have 19 fire and 9 astral. So it took what, like 5-10% of my experience, probably 10% of my experience, and it equally takes from each skill that has experience, spreading the damage kind of thing. Every skill you cast gives you a bit of XP. Every monster that you kill or that you even damage gives some XP. The XP that you get heavily depends on the monster that you kill, on its level, on the amount of damage you caused to the monster and stuff like that. Also, the default. I don't have many many spells here. I only have the default spells. So the only way to cause damage is to use the wood staff that has like embedded fire arrow spell. But you have to know that if you play this game, you obviously played it before. Anyway, now I want to show you how to do two or multiple windows. To do the multiple windows, and you will need that to play with basically classically you wanna have that to be able to log in with a mage and a warrior. Then typically you will give your warrior some buff and continue playing as a warrior to clear maps. So you just want to copy your one of your folders, your game folder, and create a shortcut of this file. Or basically, what I did, I just copied this one, made a copy of the old shortcut, and just changed the name of the folder here. It's quicker that way. Yeah. So yeah, you run one client. I think this is the one that we used the first time. I'm gonna let that guy log out. Timeout, basically. So somebody's playing a Daughter of Necromancer. This is horror level difficulty, as you can see. Normally it's safe on spawn, not always. Sometimes it's deadly on spawn, but at this point we don't really care much because it's soft core. It's safe either way. Yeah, these guys are trying to attack. It doesn't matter. So what you want to do is you want to press F3 and make all the players' allies invisible. So what it makes is it makes you visible to them. Now you wait for them to do the same. Normally they do. Okay, they did it this time. So as you can see, you can actually click on them, and you can see what items are on them. And once they are your ally, you can see this stuff. So this guy is trying. It just died. They died, but that's fine. I did it many times in this map. It's tricky to do this kind of hack. It's a hack basically, but it's meant to be that. As you can see, he's Russian, so yeah, you probably want to know Russian. I have a lot of English-speaking people playing here, though, from time to time. Usually they don't go far because they don't really know how to play the late game, like this kind of game, this kind of hacks, and it's not a cheat. It's actually meant to be used like that, but you will see it later, maybe. Yeah. So what I wanted to display is two clients, right? So we run the other copy, which I think is this. And was it one? No, I think it was two. Yeah, the mage is two. Oh no. Looks like I made a mistake. No, we'll see. Maybe there is one. Yeah, it's one. So it takes 5 minutes for a client to time out. So you want to just do end quest and make camp. Camp means you just wait for 30 seconds, and then it lets you out in a normal way. While we're waiting, we can play this client, or we can go to the website and just check the maps in the status window, page, whatever, and we can see us playing probably somewhere. Yeah, this is us and the other guy who just died, and now waiting for 5 minutes to respawn safely without paying a bunch of experience for the respawn. And our other guy has ended the map of the camp. This one. Yeah. So we log in again. We delete this guy because we don't need him anymore. And we log in with the mage to this map. Okay. So again, we press F3 and make everybody allies. And we alt tab to the other client and do the same to our mage. Now, as a mage, we have all these spells and we can cast them on us. So some of the items that I'm wearing here give benefits to skills, and this mage has maximum experience that is possible, and plus on top of that, on top of the hundreds of experience, it has experience from the items. What I'm gonna do is I think I have a set. Yeah, I have a set that adds even more. I think that's it. Yeah, probably that's it. Don't remember really. Anyway, so because the mage has all these skills, the time scales with the skills. As you can see, it now takes 4,000 seconds to expire for this spell, defense from fire. So what I normally do is I give this buff to my warrior and then fight safely. Well, not safely, actually. This is a quest map. You need to know how to fight it. There's no such thing as safety on quest maps. Even with this superior protection, it's still difficult to fight here. You need to know how to do that. Anyway, I think this is everything that I wanted to show. Well, obviously I can alt tab basically to my warrior and keep playing with all these buffs. As you can see, it now has a lot more resistances. Unfortunately, no astral resistance, but it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is the earth resistance in the late game. Either way, this is it. I'm gonna just close it. Alt F4. Because I don't care much. If they die, it doesn't matter. They will not lose anything on PvE. PvP is a different thing. You lose all the items on death. And yes, people play PvP even some horror quests here, as you can see. That's it, folks. I think I relayed the most important stuff here. Well, of course, I have to say something about auction house. So this is a way to basically when you have something of probable interest, you wanna sell it on the auctions house when the other players will buy it from you, most likely. Yeah, you wanna choose your server, and then you wanna yeah, as you can see, I have 2 logins here. Both of them are in game, so the auction will not let me transfer anything from. This is a dupe protection. From the skill points, I see that this is a mage and this is the warrior. It's easier to get skills on the mage than on the warrior. Oh, right. That's all I can do with it, right? Oh no, it still shows me the inventory of this character. And so if I want, I can, well, once it's not in the game, I can just select something and import it into my vault. I also have some items in the vault that I never sold. These are the potions that increase the basic stats by 1, each by 1, permanently. You basically earn them for the quests that you're doing, for the quest maps, more higher difficulty maps, basically. Yeah, so this is the way you can store your gold here and your items here safely, and they will be here forever. Well, I haven't played for like 2 years and it's all still here. So I even have 2 completed bids that I got 300 mils for each. I just claimed the money back and I get it in here. Probably it's gonna be 6 billions and 600 million. Is it? If I reload the page, it takes time for it to reload. No. Oh, it's probably, I don't know what happened. I don't hear much really. Anyhow, this is I'm not gonna explain how the chaos machine works because I never used it, but anyway, this is some late game stuff that you probably not interested in at this point. So I'm gonna just be done with this. Oh yeah, almost forgot. There is a Discord server. I left a message here on the wall that you will be able to read. This is the invite link to the Discord. It still works. I tested it recently. And this is the Discord server, the English chat, the Russian one. So you can ask your questions here, and they probably will be answered at some point. Or you can use the forum, obviously. The good thing is your account, your game account, the account that you create for the game will work on the forum too. You don't need to log in twice. This is fairly well done web app actually from the development standpoint. Yeah, so this is a general, and you can ask questions here. That's it, folks. Hope it helped you. Okay, bye-bye.